Think I'm gonna stop breaking my heart. I don't wanna be another one, paying for the things I never done.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm listening to the radio, don't mind me. Okay, blog. Yeah, obviously I'm still waking up. So this is my blog about how I grew balls. Because apparently I grew balls. And I don't mind the radio, I'm trolling the radio. I had a request yesterday read on the air, and I've been like messaging them and like, hey, can you play this song, can you play this song? And I always people do it like over and over again. This is a great radio station, 93 MMR 93.3 MMR. Yee. Pierre Robert is like 10 to wow, I said that. Like, he's on from like 10 to 3, and I love him. He's so good, so down to earth, really, really nice. He's read a few of my requests online over the years, like 4 or 5. And I just realized he has a Facebook and whatnot, so I'm like friends with him on Facebook, and I'm like, comment. So everyone's making fun of me about trolling the radio. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today, is trolling the radio. Not really, but I realized it was Warren Zevon's birthday yesterday, so I requested Werewolves of London. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling well and went to take a bath while they were playing The Block. And I know he read it online because I said he does like a vinyl cut thing, and it was Warren Zevon for his birthday. And he's like, oh, this goes out to Jackie in Pittstown. Thanks for, you know, I just realized it was Warren Zevon's birthday. Could you play Block? Whatever. So I was like, oh, my name, yay! And then I didn't get to hear Werewolves of London, but I love that song. Lawyers, Guns, and Money, that's a good one too. Anyway, so this is supposed to be on how I grew balls. Anyway, I was coming home from Spade's house, Sunday night. Packers! Yeah, I was coming home from Spade's house Sunday night. I will put some footage of us hanging out, because it's really funny. He put, like, hot sauce on his burrito, and I smelled the stuff. Oh my god, I burned my nose. I don't even know how see, I'm gagging thinking about it. Anyway, so I have a 2 a.m. curfew. I have 2 a.m. curfew. And, I'm driving home, and it's like 1:45, and I'm like, oh my god, come on. Last time I came in at like 2:01, and Mom didn't even notice. And I'm like, oh god. So, I'm like, okay, come on, you can do it. And I always write on the notes that I'll be home by 2. Sorry, I'm like really thirsty. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, come on. I'm talking to Jay on the phone, trying to stay awake. I was a little tired. I'm driving through Flemington, and there's a light in Flemington that has like a delayed green so people can turn, and it was me and another car. Like, there's nobody on the road, and then there's me and another car, and I'm like, okay. I'm talking to Jay. I wasn't paying attention. I'm still tired. I apologize. And I see the car start to go, and I'm like, okay, I can go. So I go. The car whips around, and I noticed as it was passing that it was a state police SUV. Yeah, this is my spark of genius. I redeemed myself, though. And they whip around, and they're behind me, and I'm like, Jay, I'm getting pulled over. And he's like, what, again? And I'm like, yeah, I think it's my taillight. And,
40 degrees, and that's positively balmy compared to yesterday, where we cracked 20 degrees. We are expecting a little bit of snow and sleet tomorrow morning.
Anyway,
and then mix in the afternoon. High about
and so he goes, and I had the phone in, but I was hands-free. I was cool, but the phone was hidden. So he hung up, and I still have the phone here, and they're behind me, and they flashing lights, and I pull over, and I'm like, oh, that's my taillight. So I slip the phone like under, like I'm sitting on the phone, like between my legs, I sit on the phone, and I'm like, okay. So I get out my stuff and everything, and I'm like, it's my damn taillight. Grrr. And they come over, I roll down my window, and he goes, you know, I pulled you over, and I was like, my taillight? And I'm looking up at him, and I have like lights like in my eyes, and I'm like, my taillight? And he's like, no, you went through the red light. Oh my god, my eyes were like this big. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, we had the green arrow. And I was like, oh my god, I forgot that was the light green. And he's like, you from around here? And he was looking at my stuff, and he's like, yeah, you're right up the road. I was like, yeah, I forget about that light. And I was like, oh my god, like, I felt like an idiot. There's tapping on the other side of my window, and the other officer comes over, his flashlight, and he's like, I'm just joining the conversation, just listening in, don't worry about me. And I'm like, okay. So I have two officers shining lights on me, and I'm like, oh god, they probably think I'm some drunk bitch. And I was watching the clock, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna make it home in time. So he goes, where are you headed from? And I was like, Mercerville. And he's like, oh, I'm from Hamilton. And I was like, okay, yeah, like Flock Road area. He's like, oh yeah, I know where you're coming from. And he's like, wow, that's a hike. So I lied. I was like, yeah, my boyfriend's out there, whatever.
Dry ice? Vapor, yeah. Interesting.
Sorry.
By the way, anytime we get like we Omaha steaks for Christmas.
No, I'm not dating that. I lied. And I said I was watching Firefly and we were eating Taco Bell, which is what we were doing. He's like, no drinking? And I'm like, I drank a bunch of water. No, not really. I was like, no, just Taco Bell and Firefly. And he goes, what's Firefly? I'm like, oh, it's a sci-fi TV show that was on Fox like a few years ago, and we were watching it on Netflix. And I said, there's a movie Serenity that came out a few years ago. And he goes, I remember seeing posters for that movie. And I'm like, yeah, I was watching the show. And he's like, oh, just a marathon? I was like, yeah, just a marathon thing and whatnot. And he's like, oh, okay. So the guys are like shining their flashlights in my car. I'm like, thank God I cleaned up my car. I have nothing to hide in my car. I was actually half expecting him to be like, okay, can we search your car? I'd be like, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Click on the link and it'll actually pull up the page, and then you can just hit follow.
So he's like, alright, I'm gonna get your stuff and I'll be right back. And I'm like, okay.
775, is that right now?
So
just announced it for the first time today, yeah. So
he's like, he comes back. Oh, I have both windows open and it's 5 degrees outside. I am freezing. Freezing. So my legs start shaking violently, and I'm like, so my legs start shaking, so I'm like that, I start shaking. I'm not nervous, I'm freezing. So I start shaking violently. And I'm like down, calm, like I'm trying to calm myself down. And I'm like I'm so cold. And
hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
And
so I'm gonna give you a new wrinkle in your brain for your birthday, because you're gonna learn something new.
Okay.
The ice melt or salt or whatever you use, when you lay it down on the sidewalk, it doesn't matter if it's freezing out or not. It actively collects and seeks moisture and holds it. But then, because it's salt, it keeps it melted at the same time.
There you go. That makes perfect sense.
So anyway,
I did not think about the salt aspect of it. So. Are you a wizard, by the way?
So I was violently shaking, and I was like, oh my god, they're starting to bust me for something. I'm like, hey, I've never ridden a cop car. New experience. I always think of the positive of things.
He's pretty smart.
And they hand me my stuff, and he's like, I wrote you a warning. It's late. Pay attention. I'm like, yeah, I know, thanks.
So I take the hand warmers out of the package.
So I got off with a warning for running a red light at 2 in the morning. Bad news is,
it's moisture.
I got in mad trouble with my mom. Because I walked in the door at 10 after 2, and she was like, if you're going to be late, don't come at all. And I was like, really? If that's the case, I'll stay at all night. Not really. But the first time I snuck in, she didn't hear me. The second time I snuck in, she was like, oh my god, what time did you get in? I was like, 10 after 2.
You learn stuff.
So I got in a bit of trouble. That and other things that I got in trouble with. So I gotta lay low. I'm in a little. But I grew balls because I got out of a ticket for talking about Firefly. So that's my blog. That's really all I wanted to tell you people about. Anyway, and I've been watching more of Botan007's. And she's awesome. So, hopefully I can get to her. Oh my god. Yeah, it's definitely early. It's definitely early. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's too early because I just scared the crap. Alright, I think it's time I go. I'll probably do another vlog later, but bye guys. No, not my drink, not my drink.
And a pink lemonade. Mother's milk.
So gay. I love you.
I will kill you. While you're sleeping or taking a shit. I will kill you.
Preferably while I'm taking a shit. No! Losing my hair, you asshole.
Hey, Mr. Asshole, you. How many times do we have to go over this?
Can you get off of my food?
Well, I'm trying to figure out which one just to make sure.
That's fine.
On the left, you get the volcano taco.
No, wait. That one's yours, because this is special on it. It says special, because you're special.
But this one that doesn't have it has the volcano taco, and I know how you're a wussy when it comes to spicy stuff. Oh my god, the mango beef, it's so spicy!
So good. Shut up.
Yes.
What? Wait, hold on, wait. I can't. No, I can't focus it. Shut up. Damn. No, put it on there. Put it on.
There's something even better. My personal favorite. The pain.
Put it on. Put it on. Something. I don't know what.
Here, just take a whiff.
Oh god! That burn. Oh my god, that burns my nose. Put it on taco.
This right here, the pain. This stuff right here is guaranteed to clean out any kind of problem with nasal passages and every orifice in your body. You will become super squeaky clean from the inside out. You'll be able to sleep very well. Alone, but very well. I guarantee you that. And this is only 85%.
Firefly. Firefly. Okay. Put it on something. Put it on the squiggly cinnamon stick thing.
You're nuts.
Do it! Do it. Are you itching your ass?
Oh, I'm scratching my foot.
Oh. Do it, do it, do it. No, oh, that's taco. Put it on
this
taco.
is a burrito, honey. This is a burrito.
Put it on the burrito.
Burrito.
Put it on the burrito.
B-U-R-R-I-T-O.
Put it on the burrito. Ow!
I can be like a crazy little psychopathic child, too.
I'm so filming this. I want to see you die.
Okay, to the YouTube community.
How did you know this was going on YouTube?
Just heard this woman say, I can't wait to watch you die. This is apparently going to be the very first snuff film that's ever going to be put onto YouTube.
No, you gotta. Oh, okay.
The method to the madness. Crazy bitch.
Crazy bitch. Isn't that a song? Okay. Okay. All right.
Pain.
No, I'm
Spade.
taking away a drink.
Okay.
And drinking it. Okay. One.
Go first. Pain. Spade.
Bendis, look at me. You're gonna die. You're not gonna die.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You know why? You're so
God.
pretty.
You're gonna